Welcome to No Stats, where we call it how we see.
My favorite segment of the day, man.
I can tell because you always got that jersey on. Come on, man.
Hold on, baby. Shout out the boy. Come back tomorrow too.
I see.
Oh man. All right, man. First segment of the day I want to talk about, bro. Let's talk about these Dallas Mavericks, bro. So since the Kyrie Irving trade, they're 4-9. They beat the Pacers on Monday, but they had a 4-game losing streak. Within that 4-game losing streak, they dropped back-to-back games to the Hornets. Which, come on now, we know the direction the Hornets is going in. And
yeah, MJ trying to sell a team
already, which is a phenomenal move because the profits that he's gonna get on that shit is crazy. But that's a topic for another day. I want you to I want to pick your brain a little bit on what do you think is the problem going on in Dallas right now, and not to put everything on Kyrie, but since the trade, they have not been looking like that team that made that Western Conference Finals last year. So what have you seen?
I think, just to be clear, like you said, I don't think it's on Kyrie at all. I think the problem is leadership, right? And again, bro, I know I preach this a lot and across all sports that we talk about, but it's so big. You don't see it. It's not recorded on the stat sheet, right? Like, you got a guy averaging 30, a guy averaging 25, and these two top players, they should be able to work. But chemistry and leadership and those intangibles are so important. And you got two guys who are phenomenal talents, but there's so many. Every NBA team has two phenomenal talents at this point, like the top NBA teams. So it's about who's going to lead, who's going to, be that vocal leader and communicate and say, okay, we got to figure some things out. And I don't think Luka or Kyrie, I think we definitely know, and this is no slight to Kyrie. Kyrie's a hell of a player, man. I got a lot of respect for Kyrie, but I don't think he's a leader in the basketball game that the basketball world that they need to win a championship, and we've seen that at a few stops. And I think Luka also isn't that. I think Luka is a phenomenal player, bro, but I just don't think that dynamic is going to work with just a bunch of non-leaders. The guy who jersey you have on, I don't think is a leader.
He don't mean that. He don't mean that.
Yeah, he's a bucket getter. He's a hell of a fucking talent, man. There may not be nobody in the history of the NBA that's a better scorer than Kevin Durant. But at the same time, it's just like the intangibles, bro. That I don't know, man. I think it's that leadership quality that is hard to teach. You can't be taught that. You just have it or you don't. And I think that's the problem. What you think the issue is?
I think it is the leadership. They're missing that voice, but I also think that they have not addressed the biggest issue that this team is lacking, and that is rebounding. That is front court presence, a defensive anchor. They were last in rebounds last year. Guess who's last in the rebounds this year? The Mavericks.
Yeah. And my thing is, bro, they weren't rebounding when they were 39 and when they were fourth in the West. Why is this drop
I think, bro, you have to, going forward, you have to plug in certain holes. Like, you have your opportunities. They could have easily lost that series to Phoenix. Like, how I look at it. When you go back and you look at the games and the back and forthness, and Phoenix played so shitty in that game 7 that it was just like, it was beyond belief. But I think that you need rebounding. You need a front court presence in this league. They get dominated. I love betting the opposing team's big to dominate these fucking matchups, bro. And it's like, if you're gonna go out and trade your Spencer Dinwiddie's and your Dorian Finney-Smiths, the defensive rating that he had and him guarding the best perimeter guys, you get worse, but you don't address none of your issues. You just got a better Spencer Dinwiddie and you traded your best fucking player. And we know Kyrie is way better than Spencer Dinwiddie, but they're sort of in that same combo guard that's gonna get you your points. Spencer's facilitating very well in Brooklyn, but I don't think they addressed the issue with defense and rebounding on this team, bro. You go and you sign JaVale McGee, and then you don't even play him. You have Christian Wood. I don't know what the fuck Jason Kidd be doing. Start that man.
Yeah,
Start him. You're starting fucking Dwight Powell. Excuse me. You starting fucking Dwight Powell and fucking Max Kleber and all this shit. Like, no, that is not fixing your problem. You're gonna lose to the Anthony Davises. DeAndre Ayton's gonna dominate you. Like, they need to address that. Either fucking start these people or go and trade and address your issues. You went and just got somebody that you can slot next to Luka that's not fixing none of their problems, bro. None of them. They didn't address one issue. You could have saved yourself the trouble and you could have signed Brunson to what he had. Then you can move the pieces around. Who's guarding the best perimeter guy on this team, bro? Who's guarding on the Mavericks? Who's guarding the KDs, the LeBron, the Brandon Ingrams? All these teams that you're gonna see in the fucking West, bro.
Right.
Who's guarding these guys on the Mavericks? Josh Green.
I gotta put Jason Kidd in the game.
But that's what I think is that's what I think the central of the problem is, bro. And this is something that they have to look into this off season. Just addressing the issue. Luka and Kyrie they're gonna put asses in the seats. They're gonna put on shows. They're gonna put up points. But in the playoffs, bro, it comes down to getting those crucial stops. And if you don't have a presence out there that's gonna step up and get zoned in defensively, bro, I don't think this pans out how it should pan out, man.
Give me the last 3 NBA champions, just because I'm drawing a blank.
So last year you had the Warriors.
Right.
Then before that you had the Bucks.
Right.
And then before that you had the Lakers.
Right. All leaders on all of those teams.
Absolutely.
Leadership jumps off the page, and I think I get it, bro. They didn't address their holes from a schematic, from an offensive and defensive standpoint, X's and O's. You're 100% correct, and that's showing. But at the same time, it's like they found some success, right, without being able to overcome that. But this step backwards, like you said, losing Finney Smith. And correct me if I'm wrong, but they don't have no veteran presence on the Mavs. Is it just a bunch of young players, or is it me?
They got the young players, and then it's a weird mix. Like, their vets don't have resumes. Like,
Who's
their
their
vets
vets?
is Theo Pinson, Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, the vets that are just like,
they don't have. Look at Boston, Al Horford, and
that's battle tested, that been in those situations. Yeah. They have vets that are gonna, you know what I'm saying. And that's what they're missing. Hopefully
Brogdon would have been, not to cut you off. Brogdon would have been nice. Now, if I'm Dallas, and again, not taking nothing away from Kyrie, but Brogdon fits there way better than Kyrie fits there. That's
Absolutely.
just me.
I think you're just taking.
Kyrie needs to play with Giannis, LeBron, somebody that's going to drive the ship.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and
get you
not
the
take the back seat. Luka's not there yet. Not saying that because he's still young, he could get there, but he's not there yet. I don't want to take up too much time. I really want to talk about this. I've seen this, and we touched on this when we first started out, but the Blazers just shut down Damian Lillard for the rest of the season. This is going to, 9 times out of 10, this is going to be their, 2 years in a row that, they're not going to make the playoffs or the play-in. The Dame Lillard interview with JJ Redick, how he says that it's about the journey and not winning the championship, but from the outside looking in, we want to see Dame win a fucking championship, man.
Yeah,
so
facts.
I just want to hear your thoughts on if you the Blazers, are you moving Dame, and if they did move Dame, where would you want to see a Damian Lillard at, bro?
Well, to start off, I agree with Dame. I agree and I disagree. I agree with him that this narrative of a championship is kind of overhyped, right? Because I want people to understand that this isn't tennis. This isn't boxing. This isn't UFC. This isn't a one-on-one sport, right? If you understand the dynamics of a team and you have GMs and coaches who have to put the teams together and, get the players in line and on one page and fighting towards one goal, there's a lot that goes into winning the championship. And that's why you see these players so, elated when they get there in the NFL and in the NBA because it's a team sport, right? And one guy can't do it. We seen it with Mike before he got Pippen. We seen it with LeBron before he left Cleveland. We seen it with KD before he left OKC. You see it over and over again, bro. One player is not going to be able to do it. So I don't think that puts a blemish on your record, and it is overvalued. That's why I hate when rings get brought up into a situation because, bro, you just had a better team. That don't make you better than me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I get what Dame is saying on that aspect, and it is about the journey. Success is progressive, and I believe that. The journey is what's great. But at the end of that journey, you want to look back on it, like you said, and everybody on the outside looking in want to look back on it and be like, Dame's career, you don't want, whether it's right or wrong, that's the way they're going to look at him. You don't have a ring. You don't want that to be the narrative.
And he's rotting in Portland. Like, I feel like Portland is not doing a good job of giving him, like, all right, I'm your superstar, I'm your franchise, I'm buying into you guys. I don't think they're doing a good job of putting it in.
Nah.
I'm not going to say they're not trying, but it's like, and
they're
then
not
you gotta
trying
say,
hard
like,
enough.
who wants to go to Portland, but it's just like, you're not putting enough around this man to even make the fucking play in. Like, it's like he's just sitting there performing and they just stay right there. Same
Dame
spot.
needs to get out. Dame needs to get out, man. And see, I don't know, man, because it's like I'm trying to think of teams.
I want to see Dame in Denver, man. Pack up Jamal Murray.
Okay.
Pack up Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
Pack up KCP, Bruce Brown. I don't give a fuck. Pack the motherfuckers up. Send them to Portland and let's get Dame and Jokic together. Let's get Dame with another. He has.
I wasn't thinking about Denver. Denver be the last on my mind, bro. Hold on, let me look at this thing.
I can't wait until we get on the next segment.
Yeah. Oh man. Hold on, I'm about to look at these teams real quick for y'all.
If the Bucks didn't have Jrue Holiday, I would love to see him with the Bucks.
Yeah. It's just everybody really point guarded up.
Yeah, now they is, and the way the game is changing now, you don't really.
Yeah, bro.
The window's closing, bro. The window's closing.
Yeah, bro.
I would even before they got Harden, I would have loved to see them with like an Embiid.
The Sixers. That's what I was just thinking. But it's tough, man. Do you send them to Miami?
I was gonna say that too. Maybe pack up Jimmy and send his ass to Portland.
Yeah. Damn, you gonna pack Jimmy up like that? Yeah, I don't know, bro. It'll be tough. But Dame definitely needs to get out of there. I don't want to punch that Lakers card too much. But if D'Angelo Russell, he's on 1 year. He got 1 year.
Yeah,
right?
I think he's on a 1 year, John.
So I don't know what that looks like. But if I'm the Lakers, not taking away from D'Angelo, but if I can get Kyrie or Dame,
yeah, I'm
gonna
doing
figure
it.
that out.
That's a fact. Though, keep that.
You know what I mean?
Now LeBron signs another 2 year extension.
2 year, yeah. Well, he might only sign a one. Bronny gonna be out soon.
Yeah,
right?
he's on fire. He's playing right now in the McDonald's All American game. I can't wait to watch those highlights. Another quick hitter, bro. This MVP race, we're right back in the same spot we was last year. But
who in the lead right now, though?
Bro, they're tied. Like,
are they?
Odds right now is they're both minus 125 to win the award. And Embiid let go of the lead by sitting out. And I knew he had a rest day coming. You know, they had a crazy West Coast trip where they went and they played Phoenix and then They played Golden State at Golden State. He's tagging on a lot of minutes. They was without Harden, so his usage rate was out of this world. So, the last 2 weeks of the season, man, I'm interested to see how this ramps up. Our last segment that we did on this, I was heavy on Jokic. Heavy.
You changing? You coming on to the good side? You coming to the good side?
I'm leaning Embiid, man. I'm leaning Embiid just because now I see. I was blind to
what Yusef said.
Overall, I was blind to his overall impact of like.
And just say what Seth said.
Yeah,
I was right.
What Seth said.
There we go. Clip that.
He's getting it done. That like the defensive presence that he's doing. He's impacting on the offensive end, and I have him slightly ahead of Jokic. The Nuggets they had a little bit of a bad stretch where I'm not going to say Jokic wasn't performing, but the team wasn't performing. The Sixers, I feel like they've been at a steady pace throughout the whole season. And you could quote me on this. I've said this before. I said that Jokic deserves the award, but I personally would love to see Embiid win.
Yeah,
and now I just feel as though, he deserves it. But it's not going to be handed to him. These last 2 weeks of the season are the most important weeks if he wants to win the award. You don't need no DMPs. You can't be dropping games like the Mavericks losing to the fucking Hornets. You can't be dropping those type of games, and he has to perform. Because Jokic, if he gets his fucking, the NBA loves his triple-doubles. He gets his triple-doubles, Denver reels off. They finished 7-2 or some shit in the last 2 weeks. I can see Jokic running out of here with this award. So, you know what I'm saying? So, this is crucial, man. I know you're fucking hype as shit.
Nah, bro. Everything you said was correct, including that I was correct. I love that part. But, nah, bro, I think Embiid is just, I don't know. I always lean Embiid, in that Jokic Embiid thing. For me, personally, my center to get points and grab boards and be a defensive presence. Yep. That's what I want. And I think Embiid is better than Jokic in everything that I just said. I think he's a better scorer. I think he's a better rebounder, even though he's been slacking on the boards a little bit. But I think when he wants to, he's a better rebounder, he's a better scorer, and he's a better defender. I think the only thing Jokic is better at is he's just a center guard. He gets you the assists and things, which I'm not too...
He don't like his.
I don't need my big man. Yeah. You don't need to pass. You don't need to do that. I got a point guard for that. But,
man.
I don't know. I think Embiid deserves it, bro. The way you said you feel like it, Jokic deserved the award. He already got 2 in the showcase, and Embiid has been playing phenomenal. When you look at the team success, I don't think the gap is that far off. And I think Embiid has, when they played head-to-head, I really wish Embiid would have played. Because I think he would have went right. He would have given it to him.
I think that would have shut everything
that would have iced it, right. Yeah, so I think Embiid got the best of him in that first matchup. And I don't know, that Denver team, I know a lot of people are feeling Denver, but the Sixers team, I think, will go further in the playoffs than this Denver team. I think Embiid has been the catalyst. No matter what revolving pieces you put in Philly, whether Jimmy Butler, J.J. Redick, Tobias Harris, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, it's been players coming in and out that they've been trying, right? Mm-hmm. Al Horford. There's been a lot of players, Ben Simmons, in and out. The Sixers have been succeeding, not championship succeeding, but they have been on a pace to succeed, to at least to get there before we, get to playoff time. People think that they have a chance. And on top of that, Embiid has been producing, no matter what the outcome has been. So I just think it should be Embiid's award. Embiid's the MVP of this season. Peach agrees with me. I'm right. 1-0, Seth. We keeping tallies. I'm going to be right about everything. I just want to let the viewers know. I'm going to be right about it all. Every take, I'm taking notes.
He said keep them esteemed.
Keep them.